If you've experienced interpersonal violence in the past, parts of this program may disturb you. We apologize in advance for this and hope you understand the need to include true-to-life material in order to help reduce interpersonal violence on campuses.
This program also contains many personal accounts of experiences with interpersonal violence. All of these stories are true and told by the people they happen to.
As advanced warning, a red square will appear in the lower left corner of the video, 5 seconds prior to and all during potentially troubling material. Should you feel the need, consider clicking the Resources tab above to learn how to find someone to talk to for help.
We worked together at the same fast food restaurant. A month after we met, we decided to meet outside of work. We went to like a little area, kind of like a woodsy area, and the moment I got into the car, I felt a little weird, like something was off.
I had never been told that a guy could be in an abusive relationship, could be the one being abused. And that continued for about 3 months. And it culminated in the last night of my freshman year. He actually tried to have sex with me, and I told him not to, and he kept going and he wouldn't stop.
I had locked the door because I wanted to give him the message that I didn't want anything to do with him, but it's like I told him that and it went in one ear and out the other. And I remember the next morning, on the second and third assault, I remember waking up with him beside me. He was in my bed both times, and I told him, I screamed at him, I yelled at him and told him to get out. I never said yes, I never said I wanted to do anything with him, I never consented to anything with him. And my question is, if I've been drinking, how do I consent to anything?
All of my friends were telling me, to break up with him, that I wasn't being treated right, but I just kept believing him and going back to what, just believing that he kept saying he wouldn't put his hands on me again, or he wouldn't, do certain things, and it just kept getting worse.
After he realized that he had actually hit me, he apologized like crazy and just blah, 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 all this stuff. And so I left, and he texted me, and he was like, I'm really sorry. I promise I won't do this again, but you can't tell anybody because I don't want to have to do that again. And that really scared me at that point, that I knew that I couldn't tell anybody about what happened because I didn't want him to hit me again. He had complete control over me, and I didn't even realize it.
Yes, it was a few years ago with the abuse, but it still affects me today because I still feel uneasy and scared around other men, even if they haven't abused me. And sometimes I'll check when I come out my house if someone's on the staircase, because he used to come unannounced, and I would be still afraid, like, is someone there, or is he going to pop up one of these days out of nowhere? So I still am a little bit afraid.
I felt invincible, and after this happened, I really felt like, wow, like anything can happen, and you can't really know a person after one night, and it definitely changed my dating behavior, I think, more than anything. I don't want to let somebody in because I don't know anything about them, really, So, things definitely evolved into being more on my terms.
I feel a little bit creeped out sometimes, and sometimes I look over my shoulder and I think, maybe she's there. Maybe she's watching. Maybe she's trying to find me again.
I told this guy that I was like, I don't want to do anything with you. I have a boyfriend. My life is elsewhere. Can you please just leave? And I just kept saying no, and I kept giving him my reasons to say no, because apparently no wasn't enough. It actually got to a point where I'm fighting, and I'm trying to do everything I can, because obviously verbally saying no isn't getting the point. So I'm trying to hurt him or just trying to make him leave. And I told him at one point, I said, "You're not going to leave until you rape me, are you?" And he laughed at me and said, "If I was going to rape you, I think I would know." And then he raped me.